15th over with the new ball.
Well, just the one wicket went down there this morning. Raymond Bright, the night watchman, bowled by Graham Dilley for 7. Kim Hughes, 46 not out, and Graham Yallop, 11 not out. Hughes batted pretty well, presenting the full face of the bat for most of the time. 1 or 2 found the outside edge, and Graham Yallop, although he started a little scratchily, was looking much better towards the luncheon interval. 250 for 4 then, Australia at lunch, and they lost 35 minutes play because of rain in that session. Well, they just had time for 7 minutes play after lunch, in which 6 runs were added to take it up for 256 for 4. They had to come off again for rain. The umpire back on as quickly as possible. Just a no ball added when Graham Dilley came in to bowl again to the Australian captain, Kim Hughes. The first voice you hear is that of Peter West, then it'll be Ted Dexter and Christopher Martin Jacobs.
What a fine shot. Head down, perfectly still, belted it through the covers. And that's his 50. A tremendous shot by Kim Hughes.
It looked like 4 runs just as well for England, but Peter Willey was in the path of it. He really got hold of that, Kim Hughes.
Well, a real rank short one here, short and wide, absolutely in the slot for a cracking square cut, which it got, but he hit it straight at Peter Willey, whose fingers he stung. Really was going like a rocket. That tells it all.
Whereas Dilley only had 2 slips, there are now 3 slips in the gully for Chris Old, plus a short leg as he bowls to Yallop. Beautifully tucked away by Hughes. Willis is after it. He didn't quite time it as well as it had appeared at first, and Willis has cut it off, almost cut his foot off on the rope at the same time. And that's going to be 4 runs. It was in the air. And poor Chris Old just simply has not had any luck at all. Willey after it and just gets them. Three more to Graham Yallop. That's... oh no! Graham Gooch dropping what can only be described as a sitter. First chance of the day, but the 4th of the game so far to go down for England. And Gooch seemed to see it all the way. Then he had another chance.
Chris Old. He's finding the outside edge quite regularly, Chris Old. .300 for 4. 77 Hughes, 29 Yallop. Shot. Bob Willis is the man, 3rd man. word from umpire Barry Mayer to say, would you please keep off the pitch? Just 3 more runs added up to tee there to take the total along to 309 for 4. Kim Hughes, very steady, straight bat all the time, 81 not out. And Graham Yallop, well, he was under a lot of pressure when he came out to bat this morning, and he did extremely well up to tea time to be 34 not out. We pick up play now in the second over after tea. Bob Willis is the bowler. He's coming in from the ground, and just 1 run added, and the batsman is Kim Hughes. In the commentary box, Tom Graveney and Christopher Martin-Jenkins.
Oh, yes, good shot. First bounce into the crowd at mid-wicket. Oh, he could be out, both of them underneath. He's caught it, and that's the end of Kim Hughes' innings. A leading edge. He was looking to turn it on the onside somewhere wide of mid-on, and both of them swinging it, as indeed he has all day, and at last England getting a ball to go to hand, and not only that, but catching it, and he could hardly have got it. So Hughes out for 89, a very fine innings indeed. Wasn't such a good delivery, and Yallop put it away very well to get his 50. A thoroughly worthy innings. And that's a good way to open your account. Lovely satisfying off drive by Alan Border. And there's Dennis Lilly, looking forward to the opportunity to bowl on this pitch.
It's very well fielded by both of them, and he's done himself no good at all there. He had to do it, it had to be thrown because there's a chance of the run out. You can't pull your throw in a situation like that.
And here it is, and there was a great mix-up in the calling here. Stop, start, and there's no doubt that if Ian Botham had hit the wicket there, Yallop would have been 2 yards out. But it certainly hurt him.
And on the field, that little figure there in the crowd, Jeffrey Boycott, just becoming more visible now, signing a few thousand autographs. Not far away. He didn't go all that far forward, I don't think. And Botham once again swinging that ball into the left-hander. He was beaten by the swing. Botham's third wicket, and a good one to take after injuring that arm once again. Must be gone. Botham has struck again. 58 to Yallop. Australia now 357 for 7. Oh, look at that dismissal. Very, very faint edge, that one. Couldn't get anything more faint, in fact. 357 for 7. Yallop out for 58. Rodney Marsh is on 2. Oh, that's well hit. And really, Chris Auld had no chance of picking that up. It was a brave effort to go for it, but that was hit fiercely down the ground.
Well, a Rodney Marsh special, that one.
Flurry of activity amongst spectators. Oh, beautiful stroke, Rodney Marsh. Absolutely effortless.
His first 5-wicket haul since the game before he took over as captain, and that was the game too in which Bob Taylor, 40 years old today, broke the world record for test victims. So the partnership working wonders again, and Geoff Lawson, the 8th man out, having made a very useful 13 and held England up for a further 3/4 of an hour.
Comes 400 for Australia, and that's a very good effort in this third test match. Kim Hughes having won the toss and batted. On him, Botham picks up another one. Marsh gone for 28. Australia 401 for 9. Is it worth the closure now with the sun out and the chance of 10 minutes at the England batsman?
Well, another nice big swinger right up in the block hole there, and nice leg stump Yorker, which got Rodney Marsh just round and over the ball.
And in fact, wiser thoughts have prevailed, and in fact the closure has come. That's a very good declaration from Kim Hughes, 401 for 9. Hughes himself making 89, Yallop 58, and Marsh hit strongly for 28 towards the end, and it gave Hughes the chance to have just a couple of overs at Gooch and Boycott towards the end. Play went on to 7 o'clock this evening because there'd been an hour's play lost due to rain earlier in the day. The England bowlers, I thought Bob Willis struggled a little bit today. No wicket for 72. Chris Holt, none for 91, was unlucky, and Graham Dilley picked up 2 wickets without ever really having his line as he would have wanted it. Ian Botham, 6 for 95, 39.2 overs and 11 maidens. He was the star of the show, and I thought did very, very well today. Showed a lot of courage with that arm injury, and Peter Willey bowled just the 2 overs early in the day and then wasn't asked to come in again. The England openers, Gooch and Boycott, made 7 between them. Gooch making 2, and Boycott is not yet off the mark. And that 7 has just gently reduced the England deficit. Crucial day in this third Cornhill Test match at Headingley. Welcome to the highlights of the third day, where England started at 7 for no wicket. Australia 401 for 9 declared. The weather conditions, very good. There was perhaps the thought of a shower or two, but the pitch, as far as I was concerned, was the key to this match. I reckon the Australian bowlers this morning and for the rest of the day might get a little bit out of it that the England bowlers hadn't been able to manage. We pick up play now in the second over of the day. There have been 5 extras added to that 7 for no wicket that Gooch and Boycott had put on overnight. It's 12 for no wicket now. Alderman is coming in from the football stand end. He's going to bowl to Graham Gooch, and with me in the commentary box is Tom Graveney. Close, yes. That was a very strange shot to play first ball. He just seemed to be playing it away on the onside, and it looked to me to pitch, well, the very furthest out it could have been at middle and leg. Neatly tucked away there. Easy to the Boycott, Lawson doing fielding. Touch of relief in the applause there. Local hero. Nesborough, great supporters of Sir Geoffrey Boycott. off the mark. Ray Bright doing the fielding.
Oh, well bowled. He had to play that, I'm sure.
Difficult thing to know is just how much it goes in the air. Well, that one went straight through the gate. Actually, that didn't beat him outside. It beat him inside the bat. Just missed the off stump. I think Mike Brearley must have been waiting for the death rattle there, because that's the one that does get you out when it goes through there.
He's out, caught behind. The one that went the other way, and just a little thin edge. And the safe gloves of Rodney Marsh doing the rest. So England's captain goes for 10. And Alderman has got his second wicket. England are 40 for 2. Alderman to Gar. Nice. Solid stroke to get off the mark.
Possibility, of course, is that Jeff Lawson, having seen the England bowlers spraying it about, and then Dennis Lillee also spraying it about, might take it into his head to actually bowl at the wicket and let the pitch actually do the damage for him.
And he has done exactly that. Jeff Boycott, who's shown signs of being a little discomfited by Lawson's extra pace, falls to him again. And a picture of happiness, Jeff Lawson. What a marvellous start for him. His first over of the morning, and a vital blow to have struck, and England, with the follow-on figure at 202, are in a bit of trouble here, to put it mildly, at 42 for 3.
They're forgetting. Didn't quite time it. Trevor Chappell has the chance to cut it off, and it'll be 3 to Mike Gatting. .50 for 3 now. England, half century comes up, 152 to go to avoid the follow-on. 4 slips and 2 gullies waiting there for David Gower. Fine stroke away through mid-wicket. Shot. Stroke of the morning. Safe and away over 0.4 more. Well, certainly not catching, whatever it is. Graham Wood, the man putting that down, which is as straightforward as the one that went to Graham Gooch yesterday. Dennis Lillee off his short run. Didn't even touch the hands, it hit him up on the wrist. Well, that was really tough going for England there in that first session of play on this third day. 78 for 3, and it could have easily been so much worse if that chance had been held. Gatting goes in at 9 not out. Gower is 24 not out. Some handsome strokes played by those two, and it was still Australia very much on top at the luncheon interval. Well, after lunch, we pick up play now in the second over. There are 2 runs added. Gatting has both of them. The score's gone along to 80 for 3. And here's Dennis Lillee now, coming into bowl to Gatting. In the commentary box with Tom Graveney is Christopher Martin-Jenkins.
Well, in the air, but hit very hard indeed, and 4 to Gatting. On the slips from left to right, Dyson at 4th, Alderman at 3rd, Border at 2nd, and Wood at 1st. And that one is down. Very low indeed, but I think nonetheless a chance to John Dyson at 4th slip.
Yeah, I don't think any doubt about that. That definitely carried to Dyson at first slip, at 4th.
And a marvellous delivery that by Jeff Lawson. What a wonderful way to come back, having had a catch missed off the previous delivery. He really put everything into that one, and Gower really nonplussed by it. And a fine catch too by Rodney Marsh, because it fairly flew through over his head. Willie off the mark straight away. And he's out. The 5th man to go, Gatting pushing forward down the line of the off stump. And he is frequently LBW Mike Gatting, and he's gone that way again. Dennis Lilly fooling him with that one.
Safely away for 4. Good shot. It was in the air for about 20 yards, but he hit it very firmly away past Trevor Chappell's left hand. Must be some good attacking strokes like that as well, just to take the initiative away from the fielding side. Batsmen are doing that. One thing you've got to keep in mind is not to do anything silly, just to try and pick the right ball. Bowled him. That's well bowled by Lawson. He's had a good spell there today. Really top-class piece of bowling and thinking there. 3 short balls and then the most perfect Yorker imaginable. 112 for 6 now. Willie goes, bowl Lawson for 8.
And there's no doubt that Jeff Lawson's been the bowler of the day.
Bob Taylor's come in as the non-striker. Ian Bertham's taking strike. Same treatment. Super shot that. Little loosener from Alderman. .21 to both of them. Vicious, that one. Almost unplayable. And I think Rodney Marsh might even agree.
It's a tremendous delivery. Look at that. Whoops. Bounced. Left him. Tremendous delivery. Just shows that if people bowl straight on here, there's a lot in the wicket to help them.
Good shot that. Picked that up beautifully. Way past square leg. 35 to both of them now. Must go down as a chance. It looked to me from here as though it carried. Skipper Kim Hughes has gone to first slip because Graham Wood's off the field. Just looked as though it might have carried. We can have a look from the other end.
Good delivery this. Bounce. Everything there. And in fact, just 50-50 chance, I would think. Probably pitched just in front of him.